You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
It's meantime up and running on the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They've beaten Tahiti 3-0. Goals to Eli Just, Ben Waine and captain Chris Wood.
Sutton over the top, the header this time, and that one was easy. Chris Wood, that is goal number 35 for the captain. Set-piece corner kick, and Tahiti just took their guard off for that moment, and a special goal from Chris Wood.
So the side's back in Auckland now. They've arrived back in the country for a rare home match. They face Malaysia. This is a friendly at Albany on Monday night. There are two more World Cup qualifiers, also both in New Zealand in November. Captain of the side and one of the goal scorers yesterday, Premier League striker with Nottingham Forest, Chris Wood, is with us from the team hotel. Chris, thanks for taking the time. What are your overall reflections on yesterday's performance and the win over Tahiti?
It's job done, which is a good thing. Obviously, going to the islands, it's a difficult place to go at times, weather, pitch, and all of that type of thing. But it's a job done, 3-0 win in and out. So it's a good start to the campaign.
How challenging is it to play against a side like that who really are going to sit back, sit deep, try to frustrate you?
Look, yeah, I mean, they set a lot deeper than we thought they would, but that's how they designed to play and try and get a result doing it that way. That's their tactic, so that's fine, and we just have to learn and work out how to break them down and score the goals. Obviously, we're very fortunate with Justy's goal very quickly early on, a screamer from him, so that settled everything and made the job a bit easier.
In circumstances like this, is it really just about the result, or do you examine the performance and look for improvements?
You always want to play it well, but at the end of the day, this is tournament football. You need to win games to qualify for a World Cup. So as long as you win the games, it doesn't really matter. Of course, you want to play nice football in the process, but winning is the ultimate goal.
By every metric, Chris, you are overwhelming favourites to win Oceania and to qualify for the World Cup. How do you avoid complacency and keep your standards high?
It's all about mentality. You can't underestimate anybody or anything. You never know what you're going to face, and you have to be ready for all occasions and anything that comes at you. So, yeah, we know we're favourites, but that doesn't mean that we're going to qualify. So we have to put in the work to make sure that we do, and that's what we've got to try and do.
So back home now, you've got a friendly on Monday, and the next two World Cup qualifiers are also back on home soil. How different is that going to be compared to the well-known challenges of playing in the Pacific Islands?
Look, yeah, I think we're going to have obviously better conditions with the pitch, and the weather, I guess, will be getting better as the months come on. So I think everything will be in our favour in that side of it. But of course, we're still going to come up with the challenges of probably teams sitting off and us having to break them down and things like that. So there's going to be challenges, but I think we've got a good enough squad to be able to do it. It's just about doing it right on the day.
Home matches have been pretty rare recently. I can only find 3 in the last 5 years, which seems incredible. How much are you looking forward to playing for the All Whites at home?
Look, it's going to be fantastic. It's nice to be back. We want to be playing in front of our home crowd as much as possible, and it's nice to see that the next 3 windows, well, this window and 2 others, that we're definitely going to be back here. And it's nice to see that we can play in front of our home crowd. So we're really looking forward to it as a team, and hopefully putting on some good performances for them.
One thing that you have always done is make yourself available for New Zealand. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you're playing. You are very rarely unavailable, regardless of the opposition or the nature of the match. What is it that internally drives that in you?
It's the love for the country and the nation. I mean, New Zealand's my home. It's where I grew up, and it's where it's always going to be a home for me. So I love coming back here. I love the environment that we come into when we go away with the national team. It's just, the boys are just like your family and your brothers, and it's just so nice to be a part of and being around. So it's just nice to come back and just play football with the boys.
And you're all in far-flung, areas of the globe, aren't you now? But when you come back together, do you find yourself sort of fairly easily slotting back into all white sort of mode again? Everybody sort of filling the roles they always do?
Yeah, 100%. It just comes second nature, and it's just natural to all of us, and that's a good thing. I think that's why everybody loves coming back and loves the environment.
Another goal for you yesterday, 35 for New Zealand now. That extends your tally as our all-time leading male goal scorer. You're also closing in on Ivan Visolic as our record men's appearance maker. How driven are you by milestones like these?
They're definitely great things to come into the fold of as I get older and be able to look back on. I'd like to achieve, obviously, beating Ivan and even further if I can. But ultimately, the goal has been another World Cup. I think that's the biggest drive and determination for me at this moment.
And inside the All Whites environment, there are others coming through, obviously, and I see Ben Waine, another goal yesterday. Inside the All Whites, Chris, how much guidance, advice, that sort of thing, are you giving to the likes of Ben Waine and others as they look to forge their path internationally?
Look, trying to give as much as possible. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for them to learn off and ask questions and help them in any way possible to make their career better and stronger and go on to bigger and better levels and hopefully emulate people in the past and exceed them if possible. That'd be the best thing, to have more boys playing in the biggest leagues in the world and performing at the highest levels, both internationally and club level. So, yeah, it's given them experience. It's like when he's done in the past and things like that. So just doing as much as I can.
And speaking at the highest level, Premier League season underway. You and Forrest have started well, just one loss in 7 games. You've got 4 goals in those 7 matches, 73 all up now. What are the keys to your goal-scoring consistency in the Premier League?
Look, at this moment in the team that we're in, it's about having the support of the manager and the backing of the manager. That's the best thing. He's come in from day dot and played me, which helps massively. And we've got a great squad and a great team, a lot of very, very good players that are going to go on to bigger and better things, or big things, I should say, and hopefully take this club that we're at to big things and trophies and that. So it's just fortunate to be a part of a good team and being able to do a job up front as well.
Great to have you back in New Zealand, Chris. All the best for the friendly against Malaysia on Monday and then the windows to come. Really appreciate you taking the time for a chat.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Chris Wood there, captain of the All Whites. I think, approaching, certainly the podium anyway as our greatest ever male player. He's our leading goal scorer. He's about 10 or 11 short of Ivan Visolic. Most games, full games for New Zealand. They play Malaysia North Harbour on Monday. 7 o'clock kick-off in that one. It's a friendly. But the All Whites so rarely play at home. If you're in and around, I'd get along. All the stars are here. It's a pretty good team. And from what I understand, New Zealand Football have made this pretty affordable. Only $5 for kids. $20 adults, I think I saw. $5 for kids. And then games in November. This one's at Albany. In November, they play a couple of games in World Cup qualifying, one in Hamilton and one at Mount Smart. So those are also available for purchase. And I think the ticket prices are the same for that as well. So, yeah, good to have the All Whites back home. And a good win yesterday, 3-0 over Tahiti.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.